Welcome to my Dollar Tree makeup haul. Now, I am at the point with technology that I don't want to do a ton of editing for this, so I apologize, but I'm going to try to make this sort of an ongoing video, long form. Hopefully it works out. Let's get into it. So I just released a short where I reviewed Dollar Tree's Glow Recipe dupe called Glow Up, and I talk about if I think this is a product that I would continue to use and if it's worth it. So go check that out. But my skin is prepped with these items. It comes with these two as well. So I'm going to show you my Dollar Tree haul, what it looks like. I spent on this entire haul, including the Glow Up products, $23.49. Let's take a look. Okay, so this is the stuff that I got. My goal was to get a full face of makeup and things that I was like really interested in and things that I would possibly continue to use for makeup looks to come. Curious about a couple of these products, if they're even worth it, or if you really can buy makeup on a budget and create a really cool look. Let's give it a try. So I didn't find many makeup brushes at all really, so I'm going to use a sponge. Now I got this one with the haul. This is actually one that I bought later thinking that I didn't have one, but I did buy this at Dollar Tree as well, and this was $1.25, so add that on to the cost. Now I bought two things for essentially a foundation. This is sorry, this is a BB cream. It is, I'm just reading it, multi-action skincare and makeup. This is something, I don't wear this product, but my usual foundation is foundation, makeup, and skincare. So I'm interested to see how that works. And mine is like top of the line, very expensive. So we'll see about that. And then I also bought this liquid makeup. I'm guessing it's like a foundation, just in case I'm not loving this. So we have both options. I might even mix them. I might lay this on top. Let's see what happens. I'm going to start with this BB cream. Now, overall, Dollar Tree, most of the items, if you're talking about concealer, you're talking about some kind of foundation, this shade range is not very wide. I think there's like 3, 4, maybe 5 if you're lucky, if you can find them, if they have all the products in. So it's just really when you show up, what you find kind of thing. That's how I think I experienced this haul and buying makeup at Dollar Tree. Now, before I start with that, I did find a Blur face primer, and it's called Essentially Ageless. Now I think this is kind of a dupe for the Age Rewind, which I have actually used and loved in the past, so I'm gonna see if this is like dupe like as well. Okay, so I put some in the back of my hand. It looks like it is tinted with this pinkish color. I don't know if that will transfer onto the skin. It is not the same texture as Ageless Rewind. That's more of a matte finish. This is very like creamy, almost lotiony. Now I have a lot of texture under my eyes. You can see there's a lot of discoloration. I do have a form of anemia. Also, if I'm tired in any way, this is what will happen. Okay, I'm just going to put them at some key points because it's very creamy. I don't know if it'll settle into the skin. It does seem to be settling into the skin here, which is great. That's what I like in a primer. I don't like a lot of things that sit on my skin, only because, and I will do a video on this too, the kind of makeup or foundation that I use does not like a lot of primer because it wants to sit into your skin. So I've had to experiment with what works. I like to put primer on my, you might not be able to see it, but I do have some acne scarring and texture on my skin. Okay, it is not tacky. It's definitely drying into the skin. It's not bad. I just don't like things that sit on the skin too, because sometimes that'll make you or like if you sweat, then it moves around and it moves your makeup. So I think this one is good. I think honestly, I mean, I don't know how the makeup will sit on it, but the texture is really nice. I'm not going to rate these things. I'm just going to describe them. You can go from there. I mean, maybe an 8 out of 10, but I'm not going to do all that. We'll just see how it performs, okay? And then this is the BB Beauty Cream, Benefit Cream. This is light number 1. So I don't even know if this is my color because, again, the shade range is not epic, and I can't try it before I buy it. Okay, this is what I'm working with. I think it's an okay shade. I'm going to get some on my sponge here. Now, when it transfers to the sponge, it looks a little darker, so we'll see how it goes. I did get a concealer as well. Oh, maybe I did not. I did not get a concealer. I think that's what I thought this liquid makeup might be. So maybe I'll use this as the concealer. But I think they do sometimes carry a concealer. Okay, okay. It's pretty light. Now I do have some, you can see the under eye is pretty discolored. So my gauge is always like, can you cover this up? Can you cover it? Okay. Now the concealer I usually use helps with filling in that texture in my everyday routine. I'm not mad at it. Okay. And again, for $1.25, this is what we're talking about. And I apologize, my lighting. I should put a light in front. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I've had this haul for a little bit. So I'm just like, let me finally do this video. Okay, so you can see it's pretty natural. Like, it's not full coverage. It's not just kind of sitting on my skin either. It is kind of going into where it needs to go. Like, it's not going to really cover this texture, but it's not highlighting. Like, sometimes full coverage makeup will take these textured areas and just really highlight them in the worst way. Okay, I like this. Not bad. I would say this is a very light foundation. Maybe something that would just help smooth out your skin so that way it has like an even tone. Okay, I like that. I'm going to cover my face in that, but I am going to try this liquid makeup. Just making sure I didn't. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Now, this is LA Colors. Dollar Tree carries a lot of their products. So, most of the time when you're picking something up, it's LA Colors. Okay. This looks really dark for me, so I probably don't want to use this as a concealer. Oh, some natural light. Thank you so much. And of course, I live in the city, so I'm gonna try it here, but I think this is too dark. You can see it's kind of got like a darker tone to this one. I'm just gonna put it over here so we can see what it looks like. Yeah, it does not give me the coverage the other one does. Now, when I put on my, oh my gosh, now I'm combating different lighting. Usually I use a liquid brush. You could see that this covered up my dark under eye circles much better. You could see it's pretty natural, but it's like my skin feels even toned. Okay, I'm going to scrap this one. I would, for me personally, not use this, but this is also just not my color. It is pretty, it's pretty thin. Sorry, the lighting is, of course this is happening. Hold on a second. Okay, I closed the window. I think that was it. But again, it's not perfectly covering over here, but this didn't really do anything for me. And you can see on my hand, it's very thin. So I'm going to say no to this, but I'm actually surprised by this and pleasantly surprised. Again, this is probably would not be my absolute go-to, but you know, on those days when you're just maybe going to the beach and you don't want a lot of coverage anyway, maybe you're just going to run some errands and you want a quick cover up, I think I would reach for this. If you're a person who doesn't wear a lot of makeup and you just want, again, to even out your skin, I would reach for this. It's not bad at all. Okay, I'm going to cover my face in this and then let's move on to the next thing. So I'm just, because this has dried, I'm like, can I layer this BB cream? A little bit, but again, I probably would use a concealer. That's just me. That's what I need. But this is the face with the BB cream. It's a very, very light coverage. So I'd say this would be good for the summertime. Again, if I'm going to the beach, I'm wearing concealer, but I would maybe wear something like this instead of like a full face of foundation. So worth it. Okay. Next I got contour. I'm nervous because I don't know if this is my shade. Again, very, I think there's 3 shades of this. This is fair, medium. Usually I'm like fair, neutral, those kinds of shade ranges. Packaging is cute. Looks like there's a little ball tip at the end for the contour. I use very minimal contour, but I do use it. And I like to... Okay, so this is one that you probably have to. I'm nervous. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm usually using Rare Beauty and putting a dot and then like doing what I need to do with it. So it does move nicely around the skin. I'm just using the same sponge with that BB cream because that way I can kind of mix it into what I'm already wearing and maybe that'll help with the shade range. Not bad. Not 100% blendable. Let's see. Let's do a little bit more. And I do bring my contour here because you can see, like, I like to contour this too. So I'm not just kind of contouring in here. I also contour over here. And that's kind of what contouring is for, creating shadows. It's, you know what, maybe I just need a little bit more. It's okay. Again, I'm used to Rare Beauty, so that has just creates a really nice shadow. But again, for $1.25, not bad. Not full coverage. Is the shade okay? It's okay. It's not great. I'm sorry, I live near the airport. Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit more over here. It's not, usually with like the contour I use, it's pretty liquid right here. This is almost not really liquidy, so you kind of have to like move it around with the sponge that it has, the applicator. You can see it a little better on this side. And I didn't find any finishing powders. I think they had, I don't think they had any baking powder, but I think maybe I saw that on another day at another location. But I don't know, I have pretty sensitive skin, so baking. Now you could see the contour though. I'm not using filters. It's kind of a little too much like, but that looks great actually. It's not bad. I would probably go over it with the foundation again just to blend it out and make sure the colors are matching. But for $1.25, if you're looking for a contour in a pinch, Not bad. This is another brand called Pure, and this is Glow Up Contour, which looks like the same as this for the Glow Up Glow recipe, and this is Pure, so this is the same company that makes that. Not bad. Again, shade range, not great. Okay, so I found a cream gel blush. Usually I use a liquid blush and maybe a powder, but this is, again, LA Colors. It's called Let's Get Away. It's in the shade Bora Bora Babe, and it claims it is a new product. Again, I bought this maybe a month ago or so, so I think in August. We're now in September, so here's what it looks like. It kind of looks like a lip gloss, not gonna lie, and I only know from the packaging what it looks like. That's pretty intense. Okay, so that's what it's giving. I'm going to use the tip of my brush or my sponge just in case, because I really want to make sure I can control this blush. So I don't know what I'm getting into. Okay. Here we go. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, now I'm going to use the back just to kind of, and again, not a lot of brushes there. And I kind of wanted to keep it to like, hey, if I could only go to Dollar Tree for makeup, what could I grab, you know? I'm not mad at this. I wish my lighting was better in here, but okay. And again, I'm really diffusing this out. I'm not putting it, let's put a little extra on. Let's see. Okay. Again, I'm going to use the back of the sponge. If you want a little bit more coverage, I think this is a really pretty color. I'm pretty surprised. That's not bad. You know what? I'm going to go over with some more, maybe more of that BB cream after I'm done applying everything, just so it's a little more blended in. But I actually don't mind this. I'm going to bring this down into the contour a little bit, maybe just to kind of blend it out a little bit more. Like, I'm not sure what's happening here. There's all different colors, but it's not bad. I like to put a little bit on my nose in the summer. It's cute. Okay. I think this is worth it. Again, LA Colors Cream Gel Blush. It's pretty creamy, but it does slide around like it does have like some gel in there. That's interesting. Interesting formula too. But went on really easily, and you can blend it out, which that's like number one with a blush. Like if you want more, give me more, but let me also control it if I don't. And yeah, I think that one was worth it. All right, let's go on to the next thing. Okay, next I got a highlighter. This is Pure's Glow Up highlighter. So the Pure and the Glow Up were having a moment when I was there. It is a gold sort of shimmery color. Ooh, okay, okay. It has the same applicator as the contour. I don't know, sometimes you get really lucky with these highlighters. All right, so I'm going to, I feel like this is also a dupe for someone who has a highlighter with this kind of tip. So I'm just putting it on the back of my hand, which allows me to kind of control how much I want. But I'm going to actually use this applicator because I think it might be good for a highlighter. So I'm just going to put some right here. Maybe use that blender again. Okay. Not mad at it right now. Feel like I need a little bit more. Okay. Ooh, that's kind of blinding. Whoa. Okay, let's blend that out. That's pretty for $125. That's pretty blinding. I can really blend. I gotta get my lighting better. All right, next video, lighting will be better, I promise. All right, let's get a little bit more for the other cheek. I'm gonna kind of go around in circles because this gives you a really small surface area to work with this little sponge. But you can see it much more. It's a little too much, maybe, to be honest, sitting on the skin, but blending it back out, that's really pretty. Okay, so it's blendable. It's shiny. It's really pretty. Actually, after you blend it out, it kind of has a little bit more of a natural vibe to it, but it is pretty intense. So just be forewarned, that's what it looks like in the back of my hand. It's very shimmery, but this is the Pure Glow Up highlighter. Do I think it's worth it? I think if you're doing a pretty bold look, honestly, and you can see the highlighter. It's not just you put a highlighter on and it disappeared. So maybe get a, you know, different matching, something matching your blush, maybe so it's a little bit more blended in, but I think it's worth it. $1.25. I think it's worth it. All right, the other thing for my face that I got, and this is the last product for my face, is I got a, I'm opening it, La Mercier. I don't know, I don't speak French, but this is Lasts All Day Makeup Setting Spray, long-lasting matte formula, transfer proof, humidity resistant, for $1.25. If it says what it does, that's not bad. Ooh, do you see that? Do you see that? It smells like any other setting spray, like the all-nighter. That's probably what this is a dupe for, even though it doesn't look like that bottle. But the spray, for the application alone, okay, let's see how it sets. I mean, with a spray like that, you're really getting good range. Whew. Again, I need a concealer. But that's not bad for each product being $1.25. Okay, okay. We do need concealer. We'll agree on that. All right, next, let's go brows next. Okay, so I got a brow pencil. It is, it has a spoolie included, and the other side's a pencil. It says Define and Fills. It's dark blonde. Usually I get a blonde, a medium, a dark blonde, and this is, again, LA Colors, and it is a makeup pencil. I rarely use a makeup pencil. I usually use Benefit's, oh gosh, I don't know the name of it, but it has like a 3-prong thing at the end, and the color is literally supposed to go in between your hairs of your, because that's really what I need, is just like a little filling in between. So I am not a pro at this, but I do love a spoolie product because just helps to shape your brows. Okay, this is a lot of packaging. Got it. Okay, the packaging looks awesome. Honestly, this would be something I find in a drugstore. Let's start with the spoolie. It's really tiny. Ooh. Maybe that gives us a little bit more control. Not bad. I'm not mad at it. Did the job. Okay, so I'm going to shape my brows a little bit. Again, I'm sorry for the lighting. I know. You guys are out there with professional makeup artists with like all their lighting and equipment. Okay, and this is the color. Again, maybe 3 different colors, not a huge shade range. And I'm just going to kind of go up like this and just fill in some color. Oh, okay. Not mad at the color. Usually need a little bit in the front here. I like a more natural look, so I'm not mad at it. I usually have like a little eyebrow baldness in here. I know some people like to draw their eyebrow, you know, an outline around. I'm not really. Did it do much? Not really, but I press a little harder on it. Not bad. Okay, so you can kind of see the color here because I really don't have much there. Now I'm going to use a spoolie just to kind of like integrate it into the hair and everything and make it look a little more natural. Okay, I really like that. Why do I like all these products? I really like that. Again, I'm not an eyebrow pencil person. Maybe I should be. I'm really not sure. And I've seen people like kind of outline here and do that. I don't really do that. I feel like I have like the hair alone lets me do that. And again, I get a little baldness in here. So for that area, that's pretty good. I like it. Put a little extra in here. Okay, for $1.25. I mean, it's not bad. It's also, I don't need much color on my eyebrows, so just if you're looking for something light and just defining, I think this product is okay. So I would definitely say it is worth it, the LA Colors Brow Pencil. But again, shade range. I have very light hair, so I don't need much to add color. So there is that. The next thing I'm going to do is some eyeshadow. Now there was no brushes, so I'm just gonna opt to use this. Just my challenge for myself. I thought this was a really nice nude palette. I'll show you that a little bit when I open it. And then after that, I actually got this purple glitter eyeshadow because I wanted to see like, hey, can I make a nice nude look, natural look, but can I do something a little bit more out of the box as well? So we'll look at it in the nude color palette, and then we'll add a little bit of this glitter afterwards. Let's try it. Again, this is LA Colors. I'm going to try to hold it a little closer so you can see. So there's some shimmers in here, and there's some mattes. I thought the shade range was awesome. I'm always using a brown. If you want a smoky eye, there's a black. I always love like not even like a full gold shimmer, and having some like pinkish nudes are awesome too. Okay, let's do an eye makeup look. Okay, I'm going to try to do this a little closer so you can see. I'm going in with this, I'm actually going to go in, I'm going to go in with this color. It's the lightest. And I usually just get like a base color for this area up here. Oh my God, I haven't used one of these in so long. Okay, if you can buy a brush, you're gonna need a brush. I like to add a little, just so it's nice and light up there. I'll do that in the other eye. Get up to the brow bone. Okay. I'm going to use this color. Ooh, I'm going to use this color right here for a transition color. It's a little bit darker than that last color. Just add a little dimension. Okay. Eyeshadow brushes are the best. Okay, it's going to be hard for you to see in this lighting, and I apologize, but this is impossible. I might need to go get an eyeshadow brush. All right, let me go get a brush. I'm going to cheat. Okay, I'm using one makeup brush, and I just redid what I was trying to do. So far, okay. I'm actually going to add a little bit more of that light shade in here. Sometimes I just get like all the shadow like falls in here, and I don't want that. Okay, awesome. Now I'm going to go in with the darkest brown color. And I'm just going to use that on the corner of my eye here. Ooh, that's pretty dark. Hold on. Let's blend. Okay. Pretty pigmented, which is good. That's what you want from an eyeshadow. Now, I only primed my eye with that BB cream. So you can go in with a primer. That might help too. Okay, let's do a little bit more. Just to kind of get the shape that we want. Not bad. I'm going to add some to the other side and blend out a little bit more. Okay, we have a little definition going on. I'm also going to bring some of this brown down here because I don't usually wear eyeliner. I think I don't look awesome with it, but and I did not grab an eyeliner from there. They probably do have eyeliner, so if that's your jam, pick up an eyeliner. Honestly, I'm just an eyeshadow girl. I just love it. I feel like it's okay. It's okay. All right, now I'm going to use some kind of shimmer. This one is like so shimmery. And we're going to go with that glitter. So, okay, this is like the shimmeriest one. Come on. There we go. I think that might be a little too much. So I am going to go in with this one here. It's a little darker than this shimmer. It's like a little bit of a gold color. Yeah, it's pretty golden. Okay, cool. I'm going to use my finger to start. I do have a long nail. Okay, we have pigment. LA Colors is pretty good with their eyeshadow palettes. You do need to prime. That's all I'm going to say. This one is very pigmented though. Sometimes the pigment does not transfer the same way as what it is in the palette or what you might have from Sephora and all that kind of stuff. So I'm very surprised and shocked that this is pretty good. Now this brown here doesn't, it's blending okay. I think it's a little too harsh. It could have a better blend on it. It's not bad. Okay. The glitter is okay, let's add a little more. It's going on really quickly. Like I'm barely pressing on my skin. Not mad at it. Okay. Worth it. Worth $125. Yes. You can create a lot of different looks with this makeup palette for sure. That's actually, it's actually pretty. I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's put a little of that like intense shimmer in the corner. Oh my God. It's eating. I'm sorry, that is really cute. Okay. For $125, this is worth it, the nude palette. I will actually be using this again. Probably out of all the products that I had here today. I do like the spray on the setting spray for sure. But this with a brush, not with that other thing. Okay, worth it. Next, I just have a couple more products. We're almost to the end. But I do want to try this purple glitter just to see. I'm going to spread it on the back of my hand and see if it's worth it. It is Glitter Shadow by Acrobat. It is a purple and, no, the brand, it says, okay, the color is Acrobat, I'm guessing. And the Ioni is the brand. Okay, but this packaging, let's talk about it. It is so cute. I'm sorry. Some of, you know, it could be bland. It could be like, hey, we're just throwing it on a shelf, $1.25, but this is actually pretty cute. Honestly, if your kids want to go to Sephora and spend all this money, take them to Dollar Tree first. I just feel like that would be like a first time experience. I mean, I get getting authentic stuff, but Oh, that is so pretty. Okay. I'm going to try to use a finger that does not have anything on it yet. Okay. Whoa. As I did that, it kind of like got shimmery or like with a bluish purple. Whoa. Okay. Okay. I have to try this. Okay. I know I have makeup on underneath, but... Come on. Oh, this is so pretty. For $1.25? Okay. I'm looking at myself like I need concealer. This is just too much. You guys. Okay. Worth it. Again, this is the glitter shadow. Eyeshadows, both of them, hit, check. All right, last thing for the eyes, and then I have lip. We're done. I have two mascaras. Now, this one is volumizing mascara. It's called Colored Midnight Black. La Mercerie is the brand name again. This is, I believe, a dupe for Voluminous mascara, which I love. So volumizing. And then this one's a waterproof, non-drying waterproof formula. High performance, smudge resistant, adds volume. It's called Lash Out, which I believe there's another product like that in a drugstore brand. Lash Up, Lash Out. Is it the same name? I'm going to put one on each eye. Again, my lighting's not great, so will you notice a difference? We'll see. Okay. I'm going to try the Lash Out first. I'll show you it without the packaging. So this is what it looks like. I feel like this is a dupe. Sometimes the font will be the same. And you're like, oh, that is definitely you trying to do this. Okay. Weird hair. Like, oh, no. It's unraveling. Okay. I fixed it, though. Okay. So kind of cheapy applicator. It also is pretty small. I don't know if that transfers, but I mean, my thumb, it's the size of my thumb. So it's pretty small, pretty short. It collected some good. I'm going to put it on this side. It collected some good product. It's kind of like it's a pretty big applicator, but it's also small enough. I feel like you can really like get in there. Okay, pretty volumizing. It's almost like a very thick mascara that when you pull it, it's almost sticking to actual formula. But the brush like really holds them up. Okay. 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 Not mad at it. Let's do a lower lash. It's a pretty thick formula. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. It's a thicker formula than I'm used to. Not. Okay, there we go. That's not bad. It actually kind of separates. I usually don't get that much coverage on a bottom lash. Okay. I think as far as bottom lashes go, that's really nice. Okay, if you need something in a pinch, this is not bad. It would not be like, I got to go back for this, but the Lash Out one is okay. I'm hoping this one is a little more like Voluminous, which is like one of my favorite mascaras. And we will see. You can even kind of see with the font, like it's shiny, it's black. Okay. This one's a little bit bigger, but not too much. Oh no, it broke. It felt really difficult. Oh no, I'm not going to be able to use this. It felt really difficult to pull. Let me see. No, it's broken. Want. Can I even get product out? No. All right, well, I can't review this one. I don't know the tip broke. So cheapy applicator. I'll do a little lash out on the other side. It's not bad. It's not great. I think too the product is super thick, so it's super heavy. So kind of not great for the upper lash. But if you really want something like that's working with that lower lash, and again, you can see it's kind of clumpy, but it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. All right, so that's it for the face. This is what she is giving. That highlighter. Okay, that highlighter is really nice. It's like bling. I haven't even used the highlighter anywhere else. Sometimes I put the tip of my nose. That seems too blinding. All right. We've got another dupe, and I believe this is for Maybelline's, oh my gosh. It's like a liquid lip ink, such and such. You'll notice from the packaging. It's got, oh, hold on. This is the package. It is by Beauty Intuition, BI, Bold Bright Lipstick. It's this color. But you can see it has the words on it, just like the other one. I think the other one says vinyl on it, the Maybelline one. These eyelashes. Okay, so this is what it is. It is a lipstick. Let's give it a try. I don't have a lip liner. I don't think they had any lip liner. Okay, the applicator is really nice. It's not really like super soft, so it gives you a push against your lip. There I am. I need a concealer. It's so bad. Okay, the concealer is a necessity. Okay, that is nice. And the texture is really great. Okay. I might put this in my rotation. Nice. Okay. And then the last thing, but not least, Clean Color lip gloss. And it's called Glaze Craze. And that's it for my Dollar Tree haul. Not, honestly, for $23.49, yes, it was worth it. Okay, that's awesome. Again, it kind of stains on here, obviously, because it has a fruity coconut, pineapple, something. Got a little fruity scent to it, like tropical. Okay, I really like the lip products. A nice little darker lip liner would look really nice with this. I'm not mad at it. Okay, minus me not having concealer. Uh-oh, I think I had some fallout. That's not bad. Let me do this. Last thing. Thank you for staying with me if you did. If you didn't, that's okay. But I'm going to put some concealer on and then just do a little final look. Okay, a little bit better. A little bit better. So this is the finished look. I know I tried to do a different angle because my lighting is not great, but hopefully you can see it now. BB cream, pretty awesome. The blush was great. The highlighter. I'm loving this lip. Not bad for $1.25 plus $1.25 for the gloss. The purple, I'm loving. The mascara, I really do not like. The eyebrows, okay. I think that was it. Yeah. Oh, the contour. The contour is like barely there, kind of there. So probably won't get that again or use that again. But finished look. if you need some makeup in a pinch, or you just are on a budget, this is not bad. I would definitely consider, and the eyeshadow palettes and the lip stuff, probably the best. And again, surprised by the BB cream. All right, thank you for hanging out with me. I know this was a longer video. I promise I will use some better lighting next time. But comment down below if you've used any of these products and you love them, or if there's other products I should try from Dollar Tree. Go check out my Glow Recipe Dupe Glow Up. It's a short. It's only a few minutes, so go check that out. See if it's worth it. And I will come back with a couple more makeup videos. I'm thinking of doing my wedding makeup, and that I've already done. I've already been married. I had my wedding, so I still look back at it like, this was awesome, and here's what I would have changed. But I think it overall was great. And I might talk about some like my everyday makeup look, because there are products I don't see other people really talking about, so that might be another thing. I also do press-on nails, so I was thinking about doing a video like that. Comment down below if you would like any of that kind of content or anything else, to be honest. I might change from filming in this kitchen to somewhere else, but I'm working on that. Thank you guys so much. Please like and subscribe if you liked this, and I will see you in the next one.